Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing my April TBR. There are so many freaking book releases coming out this month between Abby Jimenez, Emily Henry, Lauren Roberts. Like, so many book releases coming out this month. I don't know how I'm gonna manage. I'm honestly not gonna read any of them until next month because I'll be done with classes and I'll be entering summer reading where I just rot and read all day. Here is the pile of books that we're gonna be talking about today. The first book that I honestly just like picked my TBR. I didn't do like a jar or anything. I just am mood reading this month. Between this month and next month is gonna be just a lot of mood reading. I don't want to get into a slump and I'd rather just read what I really want to read. The first book I'm gonna be talking about is Binding 13. I did already finish this. I just finished this like a day or two ago. It was so good. I'm like unhealthily obsessed. Next book I have Keeping 13. Whoop, there's my tabs in it. Keeping 13 that I'm wanting to read this month. I'm actually reading this right now. I'm not that far into it and I'm so excited to get into this series. I definitely will have this series finished by like end of June. I can see that happening for sure. I will put all books aside just to read this. I was supposed to be reading one of the other books on my TBR and then this came in the mail today. I couldn't help myself. Like, I have to start this right now. It's so good. If you don't know, Abby Jimenez just released Just for the Summer, and I love Abby Jimenez. Like, I would say she's one of my top 3 authors for sure. And so I've read all of her books except for Yours Truly, and they're all interconnected standalones, I believe. So like, it's part of a series. Well, you can read them alone, but I've been actually reading them in order, and I have to read this one next, and then I'm gonna read Just for the Summer next month. But I did already buy Just for the Summer. Of course I had to, but I'm super excited about this because everyone talks about saying how this one is like their favorite of the whole series. I'm definitely gonna read this next, or one of my next options is to read Book Lovers because I have not read this either. I've read all of Emily Henry's other books, but I have not read Book Lovers, and I want to read this before I read Funny Story, which also is coming out this month. I honestly don't know what this one's about. I'm gonna be going into it blind. But with Book Lovers, I know it's kind of like I think it's enemies to lovers. Yeah, one summer, two rivals, a plot twist they didn't see coming. Love both of their books, like 2 of my favorite authors right here. So I'm super excited to dive into these this month and read their new releases next month. The next book I have is Ricochet. This is part of the Addicted Calloway series, however you say it. I did read, what is it? Addicted, right? Addicted to You. I did read that. I thought it was okay. I wasn't like in love with it. I felt connected, but not like deeply obsessively connected, you know. But I was, you know, into the story. But everyone says that this one's like the worst and like this one's so boring. I've honestly been putting this off. So I want to read it this month because it's super short and I think it'll be like a good little, just a little something to give in between all of those other books. I really want to try and get to this month. I've been putting this off and putting it off and putting it off and not reading it, but I really want to read this. The last book I have on my TBR is kind of just random. It is As Good as Dead. One, I saw a spoiler about this like a few weeks ago. It pissed me off because I read the first 2 books, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder and Good Girl Bad Blood. I read them a while ago, and for whatever reason I never wanted to finish. I don't think I wanted to accept that like it was gonna be over, which happens to me a lot. I never want to like just finish the series, but if I have time, I want to get to it this month. If I don't have time, I honestly probably won't get to this until coming up in the fall, or unless I have some downtime in the summer. There's definitely some other books that I'm more excited to read over this, but I just want to throw it on my TBR this month because I want to get to it. I remember a good amount from the first book, but I just like didn't remember that much from the second one for whatever reason. So I reread it. I read like a spoiler and stuff on it, and then I started to pick this up and I was honestly bored. I'm gonna maybe read this alongside the other book this month. So just like read like 50 pages a day or something of this so I can finish this eventually, but we shall see. Ooh. Okay, so yeah, here are all of my books going on my April TBR. I am finishing school, so if I read all these, I will be very impressed with myself. But if I don't get to it, I don't get to it, and that's fine. And I might not even stick to this. So who knows? Thank you guys for watching this video. I'm super excited to be posting about like book content, because if you know me, I've just been yapping about books for the past, I want to say like 2 years now. I've just been obsessed with reading, and I posted videos on here before, but I wasn't really vibing with like content or anything. And honestly, at this point, I'm just doing this for fun because I need someone to talk to, someone who gets it. Anyway, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, follow my TikTok. My book account is Alexis Reads. I'll put it in the description. Bye.